Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a video that's kind of different but also kind of very similar. So I'm going to be talking about the books that are currently on the top of my TBR, like the books I really want to get to. It doesn't necessarily mean I will get some next month or the month after, but they're the ones that I really want to get to and have been on there for way too long. I just need to get them off. And generally the ones that I think I will really enjoy, I just need to get to them. So the first one is The Librarian of Alchemist, which is a historical fiction novel, but it's also based on a true story. And it's based on this girl called Dita, who was a prisoner in Auschwitz, but she loved the whole idea of books and the magic they brought to her. And she was only 14 years old, and she was entrusted with keeping these 8 books safe. And it's dangerous in those times to keep books safe because the Nazis were burning books because they didn't want the power that was held in them to be given to people. They wanted to make people feel powerless, and she has to keep these. And I'm so excited for this because I absolutely adore like books about the Holocaust or that whole World War II kind of time, and I don't like read them enough. I used to read them a lot, but I haven't read them in ages, and I feel like this will be one just to get me back in, and I think I would generally really enjoy it. I know it's going to be heartbreaking, I know I'm going to cry, but it's okay. We'll get through it, and I think it will generally come out as a really good book. Okay, then number 2 is technically 2 books, but I'm kind of putting them together because they're part of a series, and that's Thunderhead and that's Untold. And these are the sequel to Scythe, and I am so excited for these. I was obsessed with Scythe. I read it like maybe a year ago, maybe like 8 months or something, and I don't know why I haven't continued the series. Like, what excuse do I have? No excuse. So Scythe, if you haven't read it, it's basically about this world that's kind of a utopia in the sense of there's no more disease and like all the things that used to kill people off. But the negative to that is that obviously you can't have people just being born without people dying, because then the world becomes overpopulated. So to stop that happening, there's these people called Scythes who go around basically killing people. But like, I guess it's legal. Well, it is legal, and it's just to keep population down. It's population control, because obviously there's nothing to control population otherwise. So these 2 people are approached by Scythe saying that they want to train them, make them a Scythe, and both of them are like, I don't want to be one. Like, that's not a job that I want to do. But you know, and then they have to compete out, but they're like, I don't want to compete for this. But then that is just what they've got to do to keep their family safe, to keep themselves safe. So yeah, number 3 is Finale by Stephanie Garber. This is the final book in the Caraval trilogy, and I loved Caraval, like loved it, and I liked Legendary, and I just need to get this book because I need to see my favourite characters again. I absolutely adore Julian, and I want to read this book again. Caraval basically follows this whole competition that happens, and people go there to like get immersed in this whole fantasy world and hopefully win and have the honour of meeting like the master basically. And this girl has to go because her sister ends up getting kidnapped, and she has to get her back, and the only way she can get her back is by trying to win this contest. And honestly, I can't tell you what Legendary is about because it does involve a few kind of spoilers, but honestly, if you're looking for kind of like a not heavy, for me it wasn't heavy fantasy. I can't do high fantasy, I just don't really connect very well with it, but it's definitely not that, but it's definitely kind of had that fantasy element. If you're kind of trying to slowly get into fantasy, I would highly recommend it, because I definitely am trying to get more into fantasy because I hear so many people talk about it, and I'm just like, I can't relate because I just can't get into it very well. So that's the next one. And then the next one is Truly Devious. This book, everyone's saying it's like a perfect book if you love mysteries and that kind of whole crime aspect of things. I'm obsessed, like I love it, and I haven't read it. It's like a YA book as well. Like, it's so rare to find a book that's a YA mystery that people actually say is good, because I think most time people feel like they fall flat, but I've heard this one does not fall flat, and it's really good. It's basically about this girl called Stevie who's going to this school that's kind of where you can go and study your true passion, and her passion is true crime. She loves it, and she goes there to study that. And the guy that set up the school, and his wife were actually kidnapped. I think it's like a year after they opened the school, and she really wants to find out what happened to them. She wants that to be her first like kind of thing she studies and goes into to find out what actually happened. And oh my god, it sounds so good. It sounds like it's gonna be quite like fast paced. I feel. I'm not sure. We'll have to see when I go into it, but it's generally one that's probably I believe near the top, just because I haven't read a YA mystery in so long and I'm craving one. The next one is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. This is a book that I think like on my Goodreads is one of the top books like that I added, so showing you it was like one of the longest books I've added, and I don't know why I've had it on there for so long when I've seen it so many times and I wanted to pick it up. I just haven't, and it sounds really good. So it's about these friends, Emily and Sloane, who are really good. Sloane's like the popular girl, she's out there, she wants to do everything, while Emily's more like reserved and keeps to herself. But I guess that's kind of what makes them good friends, and that's why they're kind of compatible. And basically Sloane ends up going missing, and Emily is really worried when she finds this list of 13 things that Sloane made, and she's like, okay, maybe if I do this I can get her back. And so it's about her following this list of 13 things, which she would never normally do. Like, she does not feel brave enough to do, but she's like, you know what, if this gets my best friend back, I will do it. I will happily do it. So that is what this is about, and I just think it sounds so good, and I think it's gonna really be kind of in a way a coming of age story, but also just a book about how strong friendship is. And I feel like a lot of time in YA, friendships are just overlooked. It's all about like, oh, romance and stuff, and people forget how important friendships actually are. I think they're so, it's good to show young people that friendships are important and how you should kind of do a lot for your friend, you know, if you have a chance to help them, help them. Now I'm rambling. And the last one is Stalking Jack the Ripper. This is a book that I've had on there again because it's kind of mystery involved again. So it's basically based around Jack the Ripper, but also it talks about this girl Audrey who really wants to get into like forensic crime and stuff, and she goes into her uncle's like laboratory and starts trying to like be involved. And at the time that's just not a thing a woman is meant to do, but she's willing and she wants to do it, and she like doesn't really care what anyone else says, she's gonna do it. So I thought it was just a really empowering book, but also a mystery, so like I have to read it. When I hear the word mystery, I'm gonna read it. So yeah, those are the 6 books that I want to read, like the top of my TBR. And comment down below what books are on the top of your TBR. Remember to like this video, comment down below if you want to read this, and remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!